Good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing? I'm so glad to be here, and I'm so glad you're here as well. Today I want to share a little series on neck treatments, and today will be the first part. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. We upload tutorials every Friday, and we share tips and tricks from our skin clinic in Southern California, Jolie Day Spa. And everything that I'm using will be linked below underneath the description box. And if you'll stay to the very end, I want to show you and share with you a couple of little really nice little designer makeup tips, not tips, but products, and a way to protect your neck, because that's what this tutorial is about, and also something from our boutique. So let's get started. I want to tell you about a treatment that we're doing at this spa. And I know in one of my tutorials in the past, I've shared with you that we're doing radio frequency on the neck and the jawline. And I'm telling you, I am continuing to use the Sheer Beauty radio frequency, and I cannot say enough really positive things about what I'm seeing in my neck, my forehead, my eyes, my under eyes. I'm so excited about it, and I will be bringing you an update, I promise, on before and afters. I just have a couple more weeks to go on the body treatment, but I'm really seeing a reduction in some fat pocket areas that I have, and also I think I see a lot of results under my arms and maybe my upper thighs. So anyways, I'll share that with you. But let's get started with today's tutorial. So this is the first part that I wanted to share with you. And right above me here, I am going to share a video of how I do this treatment. So as you can see here, what I am doing is I'm just washing my face. And what I did to start was I used a very gentle exfoliation on my neck. And I do this treatment at least twice a month. And so I would go in with either our microdermabrasion scrub that's very gentle, or I could go in with our papaya enzyme scrub. And you want to gently work that scrub up your neck, circular motion, get some blood flow going to your neck. We want to lift those dead cells. That's going to help with any crepiness that we have. It's going to clean the surface. It's going to expose a nice canvas, so to speak. Okay, so now you can see that I have grabbed our medical device with the replaceable head, and that's the microneedling device. And that one has a one millimeter length needle on it. And for those of you that are a little nervous about microneedling, you can also use the lip booster serum device that's a 0.25. But I'm just gently rolling in an upward motion. So I'm doing my my vertical, and I'm doing about 5 passes. And then I'm moving to the left side of my neck here, and I'm just moving, I would say, a half an inch or maybe 1/3 of an inch, and I'm just rolling to get that vertical movement in and the micro channeling. So remember what we're doing here, and I know all of you that watch my tutorials, you know that what we're doing with microneedling in itself, a main reason for being so beneficial, a standalone treatment really with microneedling, is we are creating collagen, and it's called collagen induction therapy, and you hear me talk about that a lot, because just the pure motion of doing microneedling is going to trigger a cascade in our skin, which is repair mode. So sometimes trauma to the skin is a beneficial, it's just beneficial, I should say, sorry. Okay, so now you can see I'm rolling the microneedling device, and I'm doing my horizontal. So I'm getting that pattern, vertical, horizontal. You can see some erythema in my skin. Now remember, that's a good thing. That's a really good thing because we can calm that down. So that means there's blood flow, there's circulation, and it's all good. I mean, it's showing that I'm actually creating a change in my neck. Now, one thing I want to point out to you is our neck tissue is similar to the under eyes, and it's a thinner skin. So this treatment is going to help in many ways. We do thin out, our neck thins out when we're in our 50s, 60s on up. That skin thins. We get that turkey neck, which is really, many issues. It's dehydration, it's loss of collagen, and sun damage. So what we're doing here is we're treating all of those issues, but most of all, we're really plumping the skin with the PLLA, and I'm going to show you how to use the PLLA. Now remember, I talk a lot about Poly-L-Lactic Acid, and that's the ampule that women or men have injected in the form of, it's called Sculptra. So that is, it triggers collagen. So, doctors inject, nurses inject it into the face, and then our own, it's a biostimulator. It stimulates our own collagen. So I'm going to be applying the PLLA to my neck because I want to see a thickening in the skin. I want to see a smoothing. If I thicken the neck skin, then there's that little turkey texture, the neck of a turkey, I guess you'd say. It's kind of goosebumpy or lax, I guess you'd say. That's going to strengthen the skin and the muscle. The muscle and the skin are attached, so if we can strengthen the skin and plump it up, we're going to see a nice lift in the neck. And that's where I think radio frequency comes into play too, is I see that my muscles are tightening. Also microcurrent really comes into play too, working those muscles that the skin's attached to. So it looks like I've gone down here, back to the video, I've gone into my décolleté. Now that's a really important thing. Remember, we oftentimes just focus on our neck up, but it is really a beautiful thing to create changes in the neck and the décolleté, and really protect it and treat it. So I'm using all of my angles. I'm using the cross hatch, I call it, 5 times, and then I'm using horizontal and vertical on the décolleté. So let's move on to the next step, okay? Okay, you can see in this next step, I'm showing you a full ampule of the Poly-L-Lactic Acid. It's a generous ampule, so I would suggest using about 1/3 of the ampule. This ampule will last you, I would say, I could probably get 3 or 4 treatments out of this ampule. And then what I'm doing is I'm fanning it onto my skin. I want to do that upward motion. Remember, we want to get up into the pores. We really want to fill up that pore and that channeled microneedle, those little tiny punctures in the skin. So I'm just working that fan brush upwards I'm going back in for a second 3 or 4 drops just to make sure I do, a couple of layers, because I really want to see an improvement. I want that PLLA to go in and really pad, thicken, and create changes with that biostimulation of the product. So I'm reapplying the PLLA, and you can tell that it goes a long ways. So it's really a cost-effective clinical treatment. You're getting, you're doing a treatment at home that we would charge quite a bit for at our skin clinic. So that's why I want to share it with you. In that, it isn't always, that it's not necessarily always the alternative of plastic surgery, that we can refine our neck. We can just make the skin look healthy and glowing, and a really nice color tone to our skin. And our décolleté and our neck are really a fun place to treat, to see improvement. I absolutely love doing neck and décolleté. I forget to do the back of my hands, but I need to work on that. I do put everything at night on the back of my hands, and I think that makes a difference. Okay, now you can see that I grabbed the LED eye, neck, and face device. Now I'm moving it slowly, and for the time restraints on this video, I actually could use that LED device on my neck and my décolleté much longer, doing really, really long passes and bringing down that irritation and redness, calming it right down. I switched the device to the green mode because that's really calming. And I love using that device. It's a really fun device to use, and it's such an effective device. I love infusing around my eyes and really working it and getting the inflammation down around my eyes. Okay, so that's what I did there. Now on the next video, I think I show you an alternative, which is the LED mask. Let me tell you about that LED mask. It's CE certified, so that means it has a European certification. That mask is become my new best friend, because when I'm sitting watching news or TV at night, relaxing, I just throw that neck collar on, and I will do 30 minutes. It's effortless. And remember that high frequency, the pulsing light is studies show it's much more beneficial than just a red LED. And I think it's really true, because I've seen so much change in my neck and my décolleté since I'm using it, and I won't go without it. And I think I had mentioned in another video that I travel with it. So when I pack up to go back to Nashville, that's in my little storage container, and I'm real careful with it, but it's really well made, so that so far I haven't done anything to damage it. And I can be pretty rough on things. I'm like Bam Bam in the Flintstones, if you grew up when I did. Okay, so I think that you can choose either option depending on what works with your budget. I mean, the LED face, eye, and neck devices, I don't know, I think it's $30 or $40. I'll check and I'll link it down below. But the eye and face device is more of an investment, but I just absolutely believe in this science. just like I do with the radio frequency that I'm using from Sure Beauty. I'm just thrilled with all of these modalities. So whatever works in your budget, but you do want some LED. LED is really powerful, but with that wand, move it slowly because you want that light to really penetrate the skin. If you're just, like I said, I saw that ad for one that's really expensive. It's the same one we have. And I see them just going, fast with that, moving quickly with that LED, and you can't. You've got to let that light penetrate the skin. So just move it slowly and enjoy the process. Now here I am in the last part of this treatment. I am adding astaxanthin essence. Now I'm shaking it up for 5 seconds, and I just want to now pack my neck and my décolleté with the strongest antioxidant I can possibly use. And we're doing so amazingly with this astaxanthin just because it just is so effective. Now, the fact that I'm infusing my skin with very powerful antioxidants on top of the PLLA, it really, really works together beautifully. I'm really working it in, and I'm massaging it. You can see I'm massaging it into the neck and behind the neck and this collarbone. Now we have a couple options here, and I decided to go with Stop Aging Peptide Cream. I use the Stop Aging Peptide Cream because that has the volufoline in it. Remember what volufoline does? It plumps up the cells. So I'm working the volufoline cream in, which is Stop Aging Peptide Cream. I'm really getting it into the skin over the astaxanthin. It's going to work in all the layers of the skin. But then I love to occlude. So I grab a little bit of my Vaseline Intensive Care, and I do get a little bit of Vaseline to slug because I'm getting ready to go to bed, and I want to slug that. I want all of those ingredients and nutrients and actives, I want it to stay in place. I want it to simmer, I guess you'd say. I want it to create change throughout the night while I'm resting and sleeping. So I'm applying the Vaseline. That's why I have my hair back in a little headband, so my hair doesn't get in the Vaseline. So I'm doing that, and I will tell you, the following morning when I woke up, I could really see that my neck and décolleté were improved. So that is a treatment. I have another treatment I want to share with you next Friday because I want to show you everything you can do to the neck to improve it and to just feel really good about your skin. So I hope that helped you a little bit. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps our channel, our algorithms, and leave me a little emoji or just a happy face just to let me know you stuck it out to the end. But let me share a few things that I found out this week. One thing I need to tell you is I'm crazy about zinc, you know that, right? So when I put my morning skincare on, I let it kind of absorb, and I put a nice layer of the Banana Boat Baby Mineral SPF because it has so much zinc in it. Now, I want to tell you the importance of really layering it on your neck. Make sure your neck's protected, okay? Because it just absorbs so much sun damage. I'm having an SPF made, and it has very, very wonderful antioxidants in it, and it's a big tube, and it's zinc, so it's going to calm the skin. I'm really excited about it. We needed a new SPF, and I just thought the most practical, beautiful thing that I love about putting my sun protection on is just having a thick layer of zinc. So this new formula will have botanicals in it and antioxidants. But what I want to share with you is I use this as like a primer because when I layer that zinc on my skin, it's calming the skin because zinc calms the skin. That's why they use it in baby diaper rash. You know, it's a pure zinc. So it's a healing ingredient. So I love zinc on my skin in the form of SPF, but I also love what it does to my the tone of my skin, and it preps my skin for foundation. So I love that. I love putting zinc on. Now I want to share. I want to share what I've been using for foundation, and I watch a influencer, and her name's Lisa D1, and she's from the South. She's from North Carolina, and I just find her really interesting because she does beautiful makeup. And you guys know I'm not that good at makeup, but I just want to share this foundation with you because I found that it really stayed on all day, and it went beautifully over my zinc SPF, and it's called Maybelline 30H. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I have a hard time keeping my foundation in place because I wear so many more serums and moisturizers, hydration and moisture in my skin. I found that just a few drops of this just did a beautiful job. It's shade number 128, Maybelline, and it's called 30H. It has a little violet lid on it, Super Stay Lumi Matte Foundation. I'll link that below. I think they have it, I can put it in my Amazon store. I absolutely love it. I think it's super beautiful. And Suzanne came up. She lives down by the spa, the skin clinic, and she came up this last weekend, and our favorite thing to do is go to Ulta. And so I want to tell you what I found, and I know you probably all know about this, but I'm going to share it with you. Lisa D1, she shared a tutorial one time about how she'd found a dupe, and it was the Urban Decay Moondust Glitter Eyeshadow. So I had forgotten about it, and I put it in my phone under notes that I needed to look for the dupe. Well, you guys know how amazing e.l.f. is, right? I mean, I love their stuff, and I know what it takes to have something made that is a dupe. Well, e.l.f. has done it. It is absolutely gorgeous. So this one is a replica dupe for Moondust Glitter Eyeshadow. That's $24. This one by e.l.f. is called Champagne Showers. And I'm assuming it's the dupe for I'm gonna say Space Cowboy or Cosmic. It looks a little light for Cosmic. You guys that do makeup, you'll know better than I, but this is absolutely beautiful. The texture it just gives you a beautiful light, I don't know if you can see it, light shimmer. That's kind of, it's almost transparent, but it's just absolutely beautiful. And I've been putting it on my eyelids, right over my eyeshadow, right out here on the outer parts of my eyes, to just kind of give my eyes a little pop. And I don't overdo it. It's just kind of understated. And then I love this color because this one works really well with my purpley brown eyeshadow that I use on the outer part of my eyes. And this one's called Filthy Rich. Finest Fleck Glitter Eyeshadow, Ombre. This is really something. Now this one I believe is like the Diamond Dog. It almost looks identical. And that I believe I paid, oh, I wish you could see this. Let's see if I can get really close and show you. Okay, there, that's a little better. Okay, right there. And you can really blend it out. And it just gives a nice little highlight. So I found those and they were $6 each. So I was pretty excited about those. And then I wanted to show you how pretty this works. I love these NYX powder puffs. And so I do a little color with the powder puff, and this one is called Boys Tears. And so we always need a little color at you know, when we're in our 60s. So I do a little bit of that. And then remember last week I shared with you how much I love these e.l.f. What did I call them? What are they called? Glow Reviver Lip Oil Glimmer Finish. Well, Suzanne and I went and bought more. This one's called Crystal Baller. This one is the best topper ever. So I just go right in over that e.l.f. matte color. And it just gives a really pretty glow. Real pretty. Kind of gives me a little perk. So those are my finds this week. I'm gonna try to find those products, the e.l.f., NYX, and the Maybelline, and I'll link it down below. And I hope that something in this tutorial has really helped you. Next week, I'll bring another aspect of what we can do for our neck, what we're doing at the spa, and I also I'll update you on the progress of my arms very soon. And as always, I just thank you for stopping on by. I hope this content has helped you, and I hope you have a great weekend. It's bright and sunny in Southern California today. In fact, I think it's so warm, I just might put on some sandals and a little sundress and a denim jacket. Anyways, thank you for stopping on by, you guys. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your families and whatever you're going to do. I look forward to seeing you next Friday. Bye-bye. Oh, I also forgot to share with you something from our boutique. So we have the most beautiful earrings that we are selling on Amazon and at our boutique. And I know you probably all have noticed that bow earrings, anything bow is really popular. So I forgot to share those with you, but I just think they're adorable. They're just little tiny, little pearl earrings, little pearls, real delicate, and they're a bow. And I'm just having fun wearing them. So each week I'm gonna bring you the latest earrings that we're selling. And they're just really fun and affordable and high quality too. So thank you again. Bye-bye.